mostly in the social media. I really enjoyed how Merrin and Victoria were embracing Sea Devil, and if you could talk about that.
In what context, love? We're friends.
We embrace Sea Devil because we embrace the fact that you guys found the connection that Vic and I have as people and as actors. We like hit it off, and like, you know, we just hit it off as
I feel like I've known her forever.
Seriously, and you know, but we had that whole thing in the beginning where we had just so much to do, and we just had a blast. And the great news is it translated into this thing of like, oh my, like that part when we walked out of the restaurant, out of Granny's, and we see Hook, and we don't know, they didn't tell us what the connection was with me and Hook at the time, so we're just playing what we gotta play. And then, you know, and I'm like, Hook. And he's like, and then J-Mo was like, what's that? And then you put your arm on my back. And I have seen like that like gif like a million times of like you putting your arm on my back. And it was just like this thing of us, like, and we felt it was like this like girlfriend thing of like, come on, like fuck him, like, but like it's translated into this other thing for other people, and that's fantastic. But it just means that you saw our relationship together as, you know, like we had chemistry as people. And it's become this other thing, and we're like, Sea Devil, okay, fantastic. And if it means something, you know, more, you know, or has this multi-level like feeling, or you know, there's fan fiction, there's all kinds of stuff out there, and all this thing. Well, we have done our job as actors because you enjoy our chemistry and our performances. So I think that probably.
So you're not assuming that the writers are going to carry this on any further? They're just going to leave it into the minds of the.
As embracing a pile of goo.
Yeah, wash the dead body of my lover. No, I mean, actually, as I say, Disney protects things. I don't know that they're necessarily going to have a cross species, really, relationship in that respect. But they did with other characters. I think Mulan and Sleeping Beauty was it. I don't know. I don't know, and I certainly don't want to say what they're going to do or not do. I think we are both so thrilled that our chemistry translated and became this wonderful.
Yeah, because it's nice because you get what you get on the page, but then it's our job to lift it off the page. And if you get on as human beings, there's sort of a innate trust there that you can play and you can do different things. And I can reach out and put my arm on her back protectively. That's not on the page, but I'll put it there because, you know, I'm protective over Merrin, and I figure as Cruella would look after her, and so you're sort of adding in bits and pieces. So you start the game at a different level when there's a trust between people. When you meet, sometimes you go to work and you meet the person you're playing opposite, and you're like, oh god. And you're starting at not just ground zero, you're starting at, you know, sort of -50, and you have to claw your way up to a relationship to be able to build those extra things to pull it off the page, whereas it was easy as pie with these two. So I love the fact that you love the Sea Devil.
And I love that the three of us, like, that they're like, that these bitches hung out together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That these girls were like all together, and they like were together in cahoots, like that we were these queens of darkness. Like, I love that they connected the three of us as like evil characters that hung out, and like what did they do? And I think that that's why like we've always been like joking about a spin-off, because it's like, who doesn't want to see these ladies get together and do more fun things together? You know, and that's what's there's a chemistry with the three of us, and it was a really interesting thing for them to create and come up with. So
I don't know.
I'm glad it lifted for you. That's awesome.
I wouldn't trust each other. Something
Well, that's what's cool too, is that we don't
want.
trust each other either. You know, it's like who's going to betray who quickly.
Right, exactly.